Did you know that hundreds of thousands of West African soldiers were recruited by the French in both world wars? Soldiers were promised payment in exchange for aiding the French against the Nazis during World War II. Instead of receiving pensions, hundreds of African soldiers were killed in what is known as the Tiaroa Massacre. In 1857, the French began recruiting West Africans from its territories to fight for France. Around 200,000 Africans were drafted to become sharpshooters, also known as tirailleurs, in World War II. They came from modern-day Senegal, Mali, the Ivory Coast, and more. Tirailleurs were sent to fight against the Germans in Europe and to protect French colonies in North Africa. At least 14,000 died. After World War II was won by the Allies, African prisoners of war were sent back home after 4 years without pay. More than 1,000 soldiers were forced to return with only a promise to be paid when they arrived home. They were taken to the Tiaroa military camp outside modern-day Dakar in Senegal. From there, around 500 soldiers refused to leave until they were paid in full. On December 1st, 1944, the French army surrounded the camp and opened fire. French commanders at the time portrayed the incident as a mutiny. Senegalese historians say the African soldiers were unarmed. French records state 30 to 70 African soldiers were killed, but Senegalese researchers argue that number is around 300. 34 of the surviving soldiers were imprisoned. In March 1945, the men were convicted on false mutiny charges. They were released 2 years later, but never pardoned. To this day, surviving soldiers and their descendants have still not been paid what they are owed. In 1988, Senegalese filmmaker Ousmane Sembène made a film about the massacre called Camp des Tiaroirs. The film was initially banned in France and censored in Senegal. In 2014, former French President François Hollande officially acknowledged the massacre during a state visit to Senegal.